Hello everyone, this is Rebecca from Papa Tradishwa here with another episode of the latest thrift store finds. Got several things here on my desk that I got this past weekend and the weekend before. So I'm going to start with the lace. I got this brand new roll of lace. I just took the plastic off of the wrapper around here so that it wouldn't reflect on the camera. I paid $1 for it, a nice peachy pink color, and it has 4 yards, not bad. Then I found looks like it's been the trim on, I don't know, maybe a sheet or some other type of linen, and it's been ripped off and tied up, and it's looks like it's got some blue in here, so it's probably been bleached or something, but a little coffee or tea will take that right out. I found some vintage lace, some cotton, older cotton lace at a thrift store this past weekend. Today's Monday. Feels like my days have been all messed up. My uncle died 2 weeks ago, and then other family issues stemming from that, and so my mind's kind of all over the place. It was my dad's only brother, and it just caused more damage than we thought. So the other thing I found, and hopefully this won't glare, this I think is a placemat, and I got 2 of them, and what I plan to do is cut the whole leaves out. I'm going to cut this one. I'm not going to do this on camera because I got something else I want to do, but I just want to tell you, I'm going to cut this one and one of these whole ones, maybe a couple of these whole ones that's toward the center, and then cut around these little circles, and I'm going to use these as stencils on my jelly plate. Now, I've just ordered me a 12 by 14 jelly plate. It came yesterday, and I haven't opened it yet, but hopefully this week I can do some playing on it. Now this, and I know it's going to glare, so I'm going to try to hold it sideways. This is just a piece of, it's I think it's a little bit old, but it's like foam rubbery type, I don't know, it's like a sponge, sort of. I got this thinking I could cut it up to use, to sponge on the stencils on the jelly plate. Pick up a little paint and cut it into small pieces. For 50 cents, it's worth the experiment. Okay, so I got this set of napkins, and hopefully it's not glaring too much. I don't know exactly how I'll use them, but I'll find something. I got this really pretty green and red fabric. It has strawberries and carnations, and then some really pretty white flowers with strawberries between. And my mother loves strawberries, so I was thinking this might be something that that I make for her. Not sure yet. Then I found this necklace. I'll take the chain off, use the butterfly in a journal. I'll probably paint it and take the gold out of it. This was 50 cents. Okay, so I found a few books. This is a little dictionary. I think it looks older than it is. 1957. The pages are very yellow, but there's a lot of really good illustrations in here, and I like to take those illustrations and make fake stamps from them. I haven't done anything in this yet as far as page pulls or anything like that, but I think I'd like to try it. I think the paper would be good. This is not old at all either. It's oh my goodness, it's in Latin. Let's see, 1981 maybe. I haven't brushed up on my Latin numerals in quite a while, Roman numerals rather. But anyway, it's another little dictionary, and I thought these would make just really good pages, especially for a small journal. This one I bought Friday and got home and realized I had 2 copies. So I picked out the one that was a little worse for wear. This one's got a little bit of warp in the cover here. So it's got some pictures and illustrations that I would use in a gardening journal. It's got some recipes that could be used in a cooking journal or recipe journal. So, and then I might cut the book and use the book actually as a journal itself. I'm not sure about that one. This one I found, I don't know 100% sure how I'm going to use it, but it's got a lot of really nice illustrations, and all of these name, date, and place cards on the back, or spaces to write. And it's called the Flower Press book, and I know it's for pressing flowers, and it gives you these flowers, you know, to look for, I suppose, and whatever you find on the back. This was to Kelly from Great Aunt Polly, July 4th, 1997. The book is, well, it was printed in England according to this. No, printed in Czechoslovakia. That tells you how old it is, because I don't think Czechoslovakia exists anymore. 1992. But it's just got some really beautiful graphics, so that will be definitely for a botanical. This is a kid's dictionary from school, so it looks completely different than some of the others. The font is plainer, the words are further apart, spaced out further, and it's in a bigger print, but also, again, lots of really nice graphics. So I could definitely see these being, or at least some of them being, fake stamps, just plain black and white fake stamps, or other small ephemera. This was a prize. This cost $1. You can see that $1 right here. I hope I'm in the shop, because I have to stand up to see the camera and get above it, and it's a little bit of a pain. So anyway, music pages galore, and so yeah, and the paper is nice and thick. It's not exceptionally thick, but it's thicker than other music books that I've come across, and it's a little bit aged, so it's got a cream color to it as opposed to stark white. 1950. So yeah, definitely older than me. So that to me is a score. Then, now I know this was going to glare, so I'm going to open it and just flip through it really quick. Found this, I think actually at an antique store a few days ago. And I don't know that I would use all of these portrait type pictures in here, but I definitely would use some of them. And then of course these are really good as backgrounds for tags and stuff, the front and the back cover. So there's that. Then this just kind of blew me away. This was $1, and it's just an old recipe book and plastic, and I don't really care so much about that, but look at this. Oh, somebody's chewing gum wrapper, looks like. Okay, these are old index card dividers, and I don't want to make a mess here, but I want to show what these are. These are old numbers. Not really sure. They remind me of high school. For some reason, they remind me of school. But anyway, there's these old numbers about the size of a business card. I say it's numbers. It might actually be letters, but no, it's numbers. And on the back of these dividers, it's got the numbers 1 through 0, or 1 through 10, 6. So I thought these would be really good to go on almost any type of ephemera where you wanted an industrial look or something with numbers. So that was a prize. And I've got one more thing. Now I've mentioned before that I harvest clothing that I find at the thrift stores, especially the ones that are not gonna, that they've got on a clearance rack, and I know that they're gonna be trashed out if nobody buys them within a certain time. So I thought what I would do is just do a quick demonstration of how I would harvest, and I'll just do one section, but how I would harvest a piece of lace from a blouse similar to this. So basically what I do is I just go on one side of the seam, start at either side, and I go up to the armpit. This one is sewn in. Sometimes they're not sewn in, but if it's sewn in, then just travel along that seam edge up to the shoulder, and then across like this, and then down around the neck. And because a lot of lace is used in things that end up being like a shabby chic, or used in clusters where the edge doesn't matter quite so much that it's even or not, you don't have to try to be exact, but I do try to get as close to that seam line as possible. So I just keep going around the seam all the way back down to the other side seam, and then when I'm done, I'll show you what you can get. Now I think I paid $1.50 for this. pretty sure that's what it was. At any rate, it wasn't much. Okay, so what I have here now is just the front of that blouse, and I know I've got white on white, and right offhand I don't have anything to put under it to show, but you can see how big of a section, and that's just half, basically half of the body part, and then you've still got the sleeves that you can open up. So these can be cut into any section. They can be cut into strips. They can be cut into sections to use as part of a journal cover or pages on the inside. If you fold it like this, well, let's do it this way. Trim the edges, put a decorative cut, painting shears, cut it here and here, and you can sew that in, and that can be part of sewed at the bottom and the top, and it can be a pocket inside of a journal. There's tons of things that you can do with the lace, and lace like this, if you were to try to buy it in yardage, it would be so expensive it's not even funny. Even in places like Hobby Lobby or well, Michael's don't do fabric, but they do have, you can buy fabric online from Michael's, because it used to be Hancock Fabrics, I think is what it's called, that they bought out, and you can get that online. So this not only saves money, but it keeps stuff out of the landfills that would just, you know, fill it up, and so I look at it as harvesting something that nobody else is going to use. And if it goes through, for example, I used to be an assistant manager at a thrift store, and our clothing went through a 7-week cycle, and if at the end of 7 weeks it was either trashed or sent off to a distribution center that sent clothes to Africa and things like that. But a lot of them got trashed because they had rips or tears or buttons were missing or zippers broken or whatever. And if I was able to, I took those and kept them from filling up the landfill. So anyway, that's the video for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon.